Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Debbie. This is my crafty den, and I'm doing another weekly spread in this planner. This is the $5 planner from Dollarama. It came with a variety of different colors, and it's basically just a really extra large lined notebook. The paper quality is pretty amazing. I mean, it's fairly thick. There's tons of pages in here. You could do well over a year, and it's got this creamy color to it, which is, I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. So I thought I would do another school style spread this week, but doing things a little bit different. So I thought I would do a split page. I'm going to split my pages down to here and then have a bottom column, and I'm going to do vertical days across the top of the page and have places down below for extras. So I've kind of off camera gone and taken some measurements, divided this up into three as nicely as I can get it, and this up into three the same way. So I end up with columns that are going to be 2 inches wide. This is 6 1/8. So when I do 2-inch columns, this works out pretty good. I am going to use some fall colors. This weather that we've been having for the past week, it's been raining overnight. It's been sunshiny and nice in the daytime. It's really chill in the mornings, like sweater weather in the morning, warms up in the afternoon, and cools down again in the evening and overnight. Perfect fall, and there's just a tiny hint of color in the leaves. Not a lot, but some. So this week I'm going to haul out these kind of different coffee colored shades because I have this floral washi tape, and it's called Dusty Rose and Cinnamon. But look at these absolutely gorgeous colors in these, just these shades of a grayish blue, and then these different tones. All three of these browns are in these colors. So I've got a little bit used up to there. Oh, I've got a little piece there, and I have all of this loveliness, and there's a ton left on this roll. So what else do I have? I know my little extra bits I kind of just stuff in the middle. So I've got a lot there. So I might not even have to dig into my roll. I might have enough on my, I call them my scrap pieces, left over from other spreads. So let's start by making some boxes. And let's do this reddish color for my boxes. So I'm going to start right on this inside here and go down to here. Just make sure that my measurement is at the 2-inch mark. It's always a good idea to double check. Oops, go down one more line. And I'm going to make my columns across my page. So I have my boxes, and I have a brown that is the same color as my dark brown, and I am going to write the days of the week across the top of the page. And I've got Saturday and Sunday in one column, but I still have divided them. So Now I can write in here any of the things that I need. So what I thought I would do would be to put room for, and I'm just going on what the kids in high school have here. And I know where my granddaughter goes to school. She has 2 classes in the morning, 2 classes in the afternoon. So what I thought I would do would be put some boxes like this at the top. I'm just putting some little squares in here. You could grab your Crayola Super Tip and just put dots in there if you wanted to. If you have some checklist dots that you want to use, or some little icons, or maybe a stamp, that would work as well. Anything that you want to do to customize this for yourself would be absolutely perfect. You can't go wrong when you're doing setups from scratch, because you're going to do it your way. So I'm just going to leave Saturday and Sunday blank, because the typical student may have family plans that they have to do on a specific day on the weekend, plans with friends, they might have a date, they might have studying that they have to do. So this will be whatever you have to do on the weekend. Now, what you could do is you could write your morning class in here. So say you have science, and then you have English comp, and then you have history, and then you have social studies in here. And you can put lunch in the center if you'd like. I'm going to grab a third color, and it's just another one in those fall and coffee colors. And I'm just going to put lunch in the middle here. Now remember, last week I mentioned if you have to pack lunch, this is where a note could go down here, pack tomorrow's lunch. Sometimes mom will do it for you, but in high school, a lot of times you have to do stuff yourself. Mom might be working. So this is a reminder. And besides adding your classes in here, instead of a box, you could put the time that your first class and your second class start. So you could put the time your classes start in here if they're the same every day. And then you could put down your class beside that time. Sometimes you might have a study spare, and you can put that in as well. So that covers your classes throughout the day. Now you have all kinds of room down here to add notes. You can also add other boxes in here. So say you got a project due on Tuesday, and then you've got something that you have to turn in on Friday. So what I'm thinking is that these corresponding colors in here would be perfect for adding separate boxes. So I'm going to take my ruler again, and because it's a priority, I'm going to go right here below your day. Before you add anything else, I'm going to add a priority box. That's what I'm going to call it, just a priority box. So I'm just going to make these 3 lines deep, because I think that's all we need. And I am going to add some boxes within the boxes. I'm working at my small desk, and when I get all of my washi tapes and my pens on here, my desk gets fairly crowded. So I am going to assume that I have something due on those days. I mean, if you're setting this up for your planner, once again, this will be your schedule. So I'm going to just put project due here, and I'm going to put turn in assignment here. So you have enough room to put priority boxes in here, and you may not need a priority box every day. And because you're setting this up yourself, if you need to add one later or just write something in on a day, like if a teacher on Monday says, I want you to turn something in on Tuesday, write it in here and just put a box around it later. This is really user friendly. So what I'm thinking is down here, you've got all kinds of room. So I'm going to go with the, which one am I going to use? I'm going to go with the medium brown and do some boxes at the bottom. So you've got 20 classes this week, but you're not going to have 20 classes all told. You might only be doing 8 classes. So what you could do, say you're doing 8 subjects, and this is exactly what I was thinking when I designed this layout, was if you have 8 classes, you divide your pages up like this. And I'm just going to pick a center point in my box. I'm not even going to measure it out. I'm just going to draw a line. If it's not perfect, that's fine. And then I am going to put my classes down. You could put different things in these boxes. Each box could be just left blank until you get homework assignment, or you could take this and you've got a class schedule. So let's say you've got science and social studies. And you've got English Comp and English Lit. And you've got Math. And I'm just drawing a blank. It's been a long time since I've been to school, guys. But you guys get the drift. And you could put all kinds of things down here. So if you're taking an extracurricular activity, you could probably put music in here as well. Or you could put drama club. You guys get the drift. What else could you put down in here? I'm going to put down a yearbook just because. So that week, when you're doing this activity or this class, you've got room to make a tiny little note of what you have to do to prepare for your next class, for if it's an assignment or if it's reading that you have to do. Like say on social studies, you've got to read pages 312 to 365. You can just make a note of that in there. So, or prep a project or read this book for English literature, things like that. So I'm thinking this would be a really functional layout. So it's just simply your 6 boxes across the top, your 8 boxes across the bottom. There's 6 lines under your title in here. There's tons of room to write here. This is a really big planner. This is a cover from my last year's Happy Planner. So it's the same size. If you're familiar with a Happy Planner, this is the exact page size of this Happy Planner. And this is the classic. So that gives you something to compare this to. But this was $5. And it's going to be really, really easy to do stuff in here. I'm just going to cut a few of these out and decorate this just a little bit. So I have a bunch cut out here that go with the colors on this page really well. And I didn't even touch this strip. This was just that part that was all cut up. So I have a nice big sticker here. And I think where I'm going to put it is right down here on Friday. Because I'm thinking I won't have an extracurricular activity where I want to put down that I have to go to that class or anything like that on a Friday, because nobody signs up for something to do on Friday night unless maybe it's a football game. And I have all these little bits and pieces, so I think I'm just going to fit them in where it's not going to affect where I have to write. So I've got this little piece here that I can just put up the side. I've got this little piece here that has some blue on it, just very little blue. There's not a lot of blue that I cut out in this. So I'm going to put it just up the edge of Monday because you can still write in there. And then I've got bits. Let's see how we can make this look just by using some bits. Remember, this is wide washi tape from the washi tape shop. Look at how pretty that is with this coloring. It's absolutely beautiful. So I got now other long one. So of course I think I'm going to put it up. Maybe I'll put it up here like that. Remember, you can also write right across this if you need to. These are some really light little tan flowers. Absolutely gorgeous. So let's just put some things like this down here. There, I think I need some over here now. And I believe that's enough. I've got one more of this. I hate to just leave this one little bit. So let's divide it in two because it'll be easier to find places to put it. I don't want to do too much on here. So maybe just down here. And let's put it down in this bottom corner because it just draws the eye all the way to the bottom of the page then. So across the bottom there. So it's decorated, but not too much And if you'll see where I put the decoration, other than this larger piece right here, I didn't take away from too much of my writing space, because I think if this is a student planner, then it needs to be really, really functional. So once again, I just went back and erased all my little pencil dots, my little cheat lines, so that it looks fresh and crisp and clean. Notice that on these ones, I haven't been dating them. I've just been putting Monday to Friday and then the weekend, however I lay it out, because this grid is at the top. On each page has January to December, and it has 1 to 31. So all you have to do is circle your month. So this would be September. This is close to back to school. So let's do the 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 there. And those would be your dates down here. So that's all you'd have to really do. So you could literally get this planner and sit down and put a whole bunch of spreads in here, and then you could just circle the dates. So it would be like having an undated planner. And if I'm not talking and doing a bunch of other stuff, and I was just doing this spread over and over and over again, I can lay these boxes out in about 10 minutes. So if you sat down and planned for an hour once a month, you could set your whole month up and you'd be done. I find setting this up relaxing and calming, and it kind of takes your mind off of everything else while you're doing it. So it's pretty darn easy. And once you've got your dimensions, you know these are 2 inches. You can do it. If you're going to do this all the way through, just put a, this is your starting, you're going to start at the beginning of your lines. Just put a 2, a 4, and a 6-inch dot. Start at your inside, a 2, a 4, and a 6-inch dot. Draw up your lines. You can see I didn't even measure anything out here. I just went for it. So it's that darn easy. And literally 3 minutes to put down some stickers. So you could have all kinds of stickers. This would be a great spot for those school stickers. So you could get those ones that you can, I've seen them on Amazon, where you can get sheets that have things like assignment, project, reading. You guys get the drift. You guys get the drift. So that's it. I really do hope you enjoyed this one as well. I got a really nice response off of last week's. A lot of people were enjoying this, and that makes me happy. So I hope this gives you some more ideas. Personally, like, I really liked this spread, but personally, if I was going to have a planner, this would work as well for a work planner, guys. You could set this up for your 5 days of the week and your meetings. You could do a time schedule, so you could schedule your time. There's enough room down here to write all your, like, your hour and half hours through your work day, and you could have everything planned out. Then you could put in your weekend plans, and you could put all your extras at the bottom. So not just a school layout. This would work well as a work layout too. So I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. That lets YouTube know that you're enjoying it. So maybe other people would like to be able to see this as well. If they get a bunch of thumbs up on a video, they'll start putting it in people's feeds. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do that now before you leave. I'd love for you to come and be part of my YouTube family. And leave me a comment. Let me know if you're a student watching this, or if you're a mom watching this. So just let me know if you're a student or if you're a mom. And because I'm just kind of wondering what kinds of people are watching these videos. And that will help me to determine more content that I can put on my channel. So thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time, bye-bye for now.